What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another reverse 1999 video. All right, guys, looking at Pride Win, we're going to be talking about release 1.1. So, as the last video talked about, next week they have announced the release of 1.1. So they've given us 5 candy jars for stamina purposes. So it's up to you. You can either go for it now and use that stamina to level up your characters, do whatever you need to do, get your resources, continue on with the game, or you can save it for 1.1, and that's totally up to you. The reason why it might be a smart idea to save right now is because an event will obviously drop with that banner, as well as with the patch, and we'll talk about the 2 banners that are going to come out and the characters that are going to be involved with those banners and whether they're worth pulling for or not. Okay, so let's jump into it right away. So 1.1 right here is the release. Now the release should be happening on November 9th, so that's what, we're like 6 days away. I think that's what it says, right? 6 days in 19 hours. If you play the CN version, the global version will be shortened compared to the CN version. It's going to last 4 weeks instead of 6, so 2 weeks less, which kind of sucks because if the event is happening, you're going to have less time on the banners and you're going to have less time on the event itself. So it is probably wise to save a little bit of stamina unless you plan to purchase stamina. And if you're a whale, then, I mean, all hell breaks loose. You can do whatever you want, right? For free to play, though, you may want to hold back on some of that stamina and just use it for this event when it comes out. So the event itself is going to be called the Theft of the Remit Cup. You guys can see here it does come out the same time. Now they have a question mark here because they don't know how long the event plans to go for. If this is correct, that it's going to last for 4 weeks, I would imagine 1 month. And then we're probably going to get one more event after that, plus some sort of a holiday Christmas event that probably will occur. Most of these games do run that, right? So the event information is the first side story event will feature a story inspired by the real life story of the theft of the Jules Rimet Trophy, taking place just before the 1966 FIFA World Cup in London. The dog Pickles found the trophy a few days later. So oddly enough, though, the Pickles event banner won't be happening until 20 days, so actually exactly 14 days after the event starts. Okay, so there's a banner before that that's going to come out at the same time, and that is going to be the Melania banner. So let's go talk about Melania and what's going to be accompanied with this banner. So first off, you can see Melania here is a beast unit. Sweetheart will also be featured, and also Balloon Party. So if you're looking for that top tier healer, you may want to save for this just to get Balloon Party as well. But if you're a fan of Melania's, you may want to save there too. So let's jump into her kit, and then we're going to go into Pickles next. Okay, so Melania. She is a beast mental damage user. She's a burst damage and DPS. Sorry guys about the ads as usual. Don't try to click them. They're not on your screen. They're on mine. So right now the character's not available in global, so they're just doing the translations themselves. So this is loosely translated. Remember, things can change on the official release, but her initial unbelievable testimony, which is her skill, is a single target attack, deals 650 mental damage, gains 1 layer of Skillful Thief. Skillful Thief is Melania's next spell. It's enhanced, reduced by 1 after taking an effect. So enhanced is most likely increased in damage. Most likely is what that is, okay? Exploitation, if I'm wrong, guys, whoever has played this on the CN version, let me know if that's the case, or if it's like enhanced is like she gets an extra star, whatever the case may be, right? Exploitation, attack, single target again, deals 200 mental damage. If in Skillful Thief state, in this state here, she steals 1 Moxie from the target, which is really damn cool, actually. Giving it to herself, obviously, and reducing theirs. With 2 stars, she does 250% mental damage, reduces the target's Moxie by -1. If in the Skillful Theft, she also steals it. So now they lost 2, which is pretty damn crazy, especially for boss fights. And then 3 stars, she deals 400% mental damage, reduces the Moxie by 1, and then +1, and then gains an extra 1. So total 3 off the boss or whoever the enemy is. She gains 2, reduces 1. This spell is pretty damn crazy. It's an incredible spell, and she looks like she's going to be an amazing boss killer. So Clockwork Rat Infestation. So attack. This is an AOE attack, damaging 2 enemies. This attack enjoys 20% leech rate. If the Skillful Thief state, she gains 1 Moxie and an additional 30% leech rate. So this is actually incredible because she does lifesteal, right? This one here gives her an extra Moxie and then goes to 30% here as well too, but just increases the amount of damage, and then same thing here. So this is a good way to kind of give her a little bit more survivability. If you look at her inheritance, each time the caster uses their ultimate, they gain 1 layer of Established Plan. Established Plan is right here. Ultimate might increase by 12%, can be stacked up to 6 times. That's insane. 6 times. So very, very powerful. And the reason why this is so good, guys, is because she steals Moxie, right? And Insight 1 giving her that ability, she'll be doing ultimates a lot, like fairly often. So Melania looks like she's going to be a pretty damn OP character. I'm pretty like impressed by her kit, and I'm surprised by her rating as an A unit. I feel like as a DPS, she might be pretty damn crazy. Upon entering combat, damage is dealt by increased by 8% overall for her as being top student. And then lastly, top student after the caster uses their ultimate to gain an additional layer of establishment, giving her 2 stacks versus 1. So putting this at 24%, again, which is crazy to me. So guys, I really, really do like her a lot. Like this might be a unit that I might eventually go for. So I don't know if these ratings are accurate on her. They may be. I haven't tested her yet, but her kit looks incredible. So there's Melania, right? And then now we're going to go to Pickles. He's going to come out 2 weeks later, and he's going to be a 6-star mineral user. And then we have Baby Blue, and we have Diggers with Pickles. So both characters are AAA, and then Pickles is SS across the board. Now I understand why Pickles is SS, because he is an incredible unit, and plus he's a cute little doggo, right? We all dog dogs. So DPS support and Dispeller, mental damage, 6-star unit. Here's what he does. Again, loosely based off the CN version, and we'll have to see the skills when they come out. They can change. So the ultimate is Thus Spoke Pickles. 1 target attack deals 500% mental damage, so 100 less than Melania. After casting, increases the damage of all allies by 30% for 2 rounds, though. That's insane amount of damage, guys. If in the clarification or proposition state, the duration of the damage dealt increases by 1 round. So you can go up to 3 rounds. Pickles' next normal skill or ultimate is enhanced, reduced by 1 level after taking effect. So keep that in mind. That's what that does, okay? So the way to get into that clarification is you do this, I believe. Judgment. No, actually, hold on. How do you get into that? If the caster has not acted this round, oh, here we go. If the actor has not acted this round, gains 1 layer, okay, of clarification. So if you just don't have an act at all, if you just don't do anything, you get that layer. So that's how you do that, okay? So as a nihilism attack is 1 target attack, deals 200 mental damage. If in the clarification proposition state, we'll just call it clarification for now, this deals an additional 50% mental damage, 75% mental damage, and 300, 500, and 125. This looks like it could be a freaking ultimate, man. What a crazy, crazy move. So really cool. Now, Judgment of the Ball is his AoE attack, 150% to 2 enemies. And if you have the clarification, you enjoy 25% penetration rate, and then goes 150. You also dispel stat up, stat POS, and counter. So all of the bonuses there off enemies, and then do the same thing. And then again, dispelling, and then 25%. So the damage increases slightly on the third, double the third one. Penetration rate stays the same across the board, but you do dispel stat up, stat POS, and counter. The only difference here is the damage, of course, right? And then we talked about this Insight 1 elaboration of proposition. If the caster has not acted this round, you need to get Insight 1 for him. Like you will obviously if you pull for him, but every time clarification of proposition is triggered, gain 1 Moxie. So you gain a Moxie even if you don't do anything, which is great for him. And you also get yourself a layer of clarification, right? Elaboration of proposition, of course, damage delta is increased by 8%. And then here, if you elaboration of proposition on Insight 3, you get 2 layers of it, which is great. And you can see here, it doesn't say there's a limitation of how many layers you can get. So I'm curious to see how far you can push this clarification of proposition, because again, having this extra 30% damage, guys, is pretty damn massive. So Pickles looks like the clear winner from a support unit proposition and a dispeller. Obviously that is his role, but Melania looks really good as well. So 2 things to prepare for, guys. 2 incredible units coming out, and then of course you have what we talked about in one of my other videos, the 1.2 characters that are coming. You also have Shemaine coming very soon. You have Tooth Fairy, you have Changeling, so a lot of big units coming down the line. So make sure, guys, if you are free to play especially, pick and choose what you plan to do with your banner. These 2 characters are great, but more characters are coming. And also remember, try conserving some of your stamina for the brand new event when it comes out. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.